Locking it up. Trump clinches 2024 Republican presidential nomination during Tuesday's primaries. Trump clinched his party's 2024 nomination Tuesday when Georgia, Mississippi, and Washington state held primaries. With no major challengers left, both Trump and President Biden, who locked up his party's nomination earlier in the evening, were on course to collect all or nearly all the delegates up for grabs in Tuesday's contests, putting each of them over the top and making them the Democratic and Republican presumptive presidential nominees. Trump and his successor in the White House will formally become the two major party nominees this summer, as the Republicans and Democrats host their national nominating conventions in July and August, respectively. Trump had 1,078 delegates at the start of the day. He needed 1,215 to lock up the nomination. The rematch scenario between U.S. President Joe Biden and his predecessor Donald Trump in the election later this year will create something unprecedented in more than 70 years. Reuters quoted estimates from the Edison organization as saying that today, U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump will likely accumulate enough delegate votes to receive the party's nomination. By the end of March 11, Mr. Biden was only 113 delegates short of reaching the minimum 1,968 votes to receive the Democratic nomination. He can gain the necessary number of votes after the primary elections in Georgia, Mississippi, Washington, and the Northern Mariana Islands. These states have a total of 254 delegates. Meanwhile, Mr. Trump is only 139 votes short of reaching the necessary 215 votes. Today's Republican primaries in Georgia, Hawaii, Mississippi, and Washington could bring him another 161 votes. The Super Tuesday primary election on March 5 shaped this year's presidential election in the U.S. One scenario that will almost certainly happen is a rematch between Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump, and that will be the first time in more than 70 years that a sitting U.S. president is running against his predecessor. The two candidates are both accelerating their election campaigns, ready for a rematch next November.